Special collectible sets from the U.S. Mint go back to 1947 with uncirculated, and then 1950 with proof sets. All about finding the value. What are inside the sets? What's the contents? And there's one small pocket that just has so much value, so much going for it, yet affordable when you buy it from us. Take a look at this group. The years we're talking about are the first 5 modern issue, modern era. That's when the white envelopes came out in 1968. It stayed that way until 1981. We didn't have any sets in 82 and 83, and then they brought it back in 84, and they changed the colorization on the envelopes every year. So you got to start somewhere. This is where it all started. But the reason why I not like isn't fair. The reason why I love these sets is the first 3 sets have the Denver Silver Kennedy. And I include the 71 and 72 in this grouping because that's the transition. We moved from silver Kennedys in 1970 to the copper clad in 71. And it's been copper clad ever since. Heck, since 2002, we've been making them just for collectors, over 1.5 million coins a year. So the new sets had these poly packs inside, right? The Denver Mint had the red seal and the red stripe, and then the teal or light blue was the Philadelphia. The key is the mint medallion that's in each of these. I've seen so many of these repacked over the year. The color on the edge and that mint medallion mean they are in the original paper flow, packaging flow that the mint put them out. Time out, everybody. $69.95 divided by 5, yes? $13.99 a set. Thanks again for that, guys. The phones are jammed, or they're still jammed. It's just a fun time to be looking at coins here at AVC. So the clads start right there in 71. How many of you know what is the key, what is the dominant Kennedy? Nothing else is even close to it. Well, it's the year 1970. And the reason why it's dominant, and it's that second row all by itself, second row from the top, is we only made the Kennedy in 1970, the silver Kennedy, the last silver Kennedy. We only made it and put it in this set. It was not released in the circulation that year. And then they put it in the circulation in 71, and they changed the copper clad, the P's and the D's. So the value is unconscionable. If you take just the Kennedys out of these sets, and again, only one Kennedy per set in 68, 69, and 70. And then there's P's and D's from 71 and 72. So 2, 4, 7 Kennedys in all, right? $26.95, $26.95. The 1970, the key Kennedy to all sets, $60.50. 7 and 7 is 14 on 71, and 7.75 and 7 is 14.75 on 72. It's $143 just for the Kennedys. And again, as I said, the 70D. I'm going to repeat myself a gazillion times while we're talking about this here for the next 4 or 5 minutes. That's the set. Only available here. Right there. That's it. That's how it was issued. That's the only way it was available. And that's why my competition sells that coin by itself for $60.50. They sell the set, that set you're looking at. Part of R5, they sell just that set for over $70. We're selling all 5 of them for $69.95. That's the great part of the deal. Original government packaging. Now, set by set, they have them that way as well. We're looking at $32.95, $29.75, $70. $20.95, $17.75. They're over $160 for the set-by-set comparison, which basically means the big value in this sets, these early sets, are the Kennedy half dollar. Absolutely. Good question. Thank you, Hunter. I'll go there. You notice there's 2 cents right there? And that's the Philadelphia side. One of them's not Philadelphia, because there's the Denver side. For 70, for these sets right here, San Francisco made a circulating cent. San Francisco made cents up until the bicentennial. So in these sets also is a third Lincoln cent, the San Francisco. Just an extra special, by the way. That's usually where the mistake is made when people repackage these. They forget San Francisco made them because the sets say P&D. The Philadelphia doesn't have medallion because that's where the San Francisco goes in, right? On the years they made them. So tonight it's all about firsts. Firsts, and then more firsts. Can't get enough of the firsts. And it's all about the value firsts bring, right? We've talked about this before. Football's starting up again soon, right? A lot of from college already out there. The pros are starting. And we all know that the goal is what? The national championship in college. But we know the goal is the Super Bowl in football. The first Super Bowl, everybody knows who won the first Super Bowl. Whether you're a fan of the team or not, we just know it. Just like Lindbergh flying across the Atlantic for the first time. 2s, 3s, and 4s were just as hard. One is the one we remember. Comic books, sports cards, you name it. Number one is always the key. And it's not any different here. These are the first 5 sets issued by the U.S. Mint in the modern era. And that coin right there is the anchor of them all. Phones are very busy right now, everybody. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. That coin right there, my competition sells for more than we're selling the first 5 years as reference. And that was an interesting comment. Nobody really knows the answer. They went from silver Kennedys in 1968, 69 in these sets, Denver only, to 70D, right, silver, and then 71 copper-clad P&D. The comment or thought was because they were moving from silver into copper-clad, they didn't want to force them into circulation and cause confusion because they already made some silvers. So it's just only put them here. Stop production. We're okay. Guys, let's put a 1-minute clock up. Enjoy talking about these. Can't get enough of these. If you want to put a Kennedy half-dollar collection together, you can find the 68D, the 69D, because they put those in the circulation, the silvers as well. But the only one that's stuck is the 70D. It's only released in this beautiful white pack, the white envelope, and that's where it comes from. It is, of all the Kennedys, and can you believe the Kennedy's been out there for over a half a century so far? 64 they started, obviously, and now, next year, we're celebrating the 60th anniversary of the circulating Kennedy, and even though the last 20-plus years haven't circulated, they make bags, rolls, they're an uncirculated set still, they're improved sets still, they're the most popular coin we have today. And this collection is anchored by the Kennedy half-dollar. Not $143 for just the Kennedys, not $157 for the sets. We are under $14 a set, $69.95 for them all. Yep, this one deserves an oh my.